It always starts one step at a time. The deplatforming is starting, and it's not picking favorites, because we got here Matt Christensen. Okay, the guy's got, I think, just about or a little bit better than 250,000 subscribers on YouTube. His takes are so tepid they need another 30 seconds in the microwave. It's mundane, right of center content. It's all very well produced, very well spoken, very well presented. And all of a sudden, he has his StreamLabs taken down. For people who are unaware of what StreamLabs is it's a service, it's a program that allows you to live stream your podcast or whatever you're doing. And you're also allowed to take super chats, the equivalent of a super chat over on StreamLabs. And they only take, I do believe it is 10%, as opposed to the YouTube alternative, which is already built in, and they take 30%, which is fair, right? Definitely. A lot of people migrate over to StreamLabs, keep the YouTube super chats open, but at the same time tell people to come on over, and if you'd like to support me directly, you can go to my YouTube, you can go to my StreamLabs page and whatever, pay for it there. And it's a great way to circumvent the peanuts that you'd get from a demonetized video, which is happening more and more frequently. But this is the first time I've heard of this, okay? Somebody who has just such middle of the road takes has their page and has their subscription just yanked out from underneath of them. Matt calls in for a request. Greetings, I have long accepted donations through my stream, through StreamLabs tip page, which was here, and gives a link to that. As of this morning, this page has disappeared. Has it moved to a new location, or how can I get it back? For reference, this email address. So there you go. Thank you, Matt. Now, this is somebody who has paid for a year-long subscription to the Prime service. I don't know how much that is, and I'm sure it's not a tiny amount, and the dude does decent numbers on his live stream, so obviously StreamLabs would have a vested interest because they get to take their 10% off the top of that. And here was the response that they get from a longtime user. Hello, Matt. Due to terms of service violations, you can no longer receive donations through your StreamLabs tipping page. You can check out the terms of service at /terms. All the best, Marie. He goes on this very long rant, and it's completely and utterly justified because they didn't provide him with any explanation. It doesn't appear at this time that they're going to be providing him with explanation because this was 2 days ago. No updates have been sent. And he had just, by the look of that screenshot in the middle there, just re-upped on February 13th. So he has an entire year that he won't be able to use. That the money's just gone. And the only explanation that he could garner so far is by something else somebody said in one of his chats. Cool. That's the standard we're going by. We're punishing somebody else for things that somebody else has said. Great. Cool. It started, oh, this person said something in middle school and they have a record of it on their Facebook. We can drag it up and they can get canceled for that. Now, you just have to be an observer, somebody on the sidelines, somebody maybe with good intent or somebody with malicious ideas in mind, and they can just get you gone like that. Now, this wouldn't be such a big deal. I would still be very much against this, but Matt Christensen isn't the only case. I've talked about him before in a couple of videos, but Sargon of Akkad, Carl Benjamin, also had his StreamLabs taken away around the same time. He did a stream earlier today mentioning as much, and he hasn't even got a response from StreamLabs. It's just gone. Poof. You can't get to it. His takes may be a little bit more spicy, but to do this without any prior record or following up on anything is a sign of the times, okay? Because I hate doing these type of videos. We're just going to try to keep this short. While I don't have a StreamLabs page, I don't live stream at all because I don't think anybody would really care. Not at this point. There are over 300 of you goofy fuckers that have signed up for my views and opinions on the YouTube. And over on Rumble, there's just about 120. I think it just cracked 120, and I'm thankful for everybody. And I'd hate to not be able to express my opinions, give you guys my insight, bring the news to you on a daily basis. And I do that 3 times a day. And if you were paying attention, if you weren't one of the immediate responders whenever I post a video, and thank you very much, never thought I'd get to that point where I'd have people just waiting for my takes on things, you would have missed out on the second video I would have posted today, or yesterday rather, because it got taken down. As you can see here, I got a community guideline strike for my Bill Gates video being critical of him wanting to switch everybody over to synthetic beef. You know why? Because I violated their medical misinformation process or policy. How? I don't know. I didn't get any information. I got an email because I was going to put on something to listen before I went to bed and noticed that a couple of my videos, or one of my videos, was gone. Why is that? Well, check my email. You have violated the COVID misinformation, vaccine misinformation. What? If they were going to take down one video, that would have been the third video that I posted when we walked through the CDC study that showed older people were getting hit harder by the virus, but the vaccine was taking less of a toll on them, and then the inverse for people 55 and under. But this isn't the only thing that's happening, okay? Yeah, okay, I got a guideline strike for that one video. You can't see it anymore. As you can see here, yep, it's been removed, but that's not the only thing. How about my video breaking down I'll move that off of there. The Brad Raffensperger phone call with Trump. Broke it down with a transcript of the call and had articles with it as well. It's just been removed. Oh, you don't have a guideline strike because that one fell within the purview of the 2020 updates, the 2020 presidential election updates. So you have to remove that one. But if they were being consistent, why wouldn't they take down that one when we only had a couple of clips available on that Sunday when I first reported on that? Why would you go for the one that's less popular, but it's just as liked with none of the detractors to it? Interesting. Or how about a video I put out on Christmas Day? I might as well just put the other one in frame too, because we're going to talk about it as well. Breaking down the 1960 presidential election and how JFK got installed as president back then. How about that? Why would that one be taken down? Or a Twitter video posted by President Trump that was left up there before he got removed from Twitter altogether. Or an official report. I think that's probably my longest video that I've ever produced at just about an hour with the Navarro report. Yeah, that one's gone. And the last one on this page, as far as I can tell, looking at the old description, the only thing that was there is Rand Paul was saying nice things about Trump. That's it. And it's gone. All of this stuff is still up on Rumble, so everybody who's watching this video over there, you have the access to my full library. And if it's not up there, just let me know. You can hit me up on Parler Gab, because I still have all the old copies of it. Everything is archived and put onto a brand new hard drive. But this doesn't bode well for the channel. Okay, obviously. You got this fucking scarlet letter here of something that I've appealed. I don't know if I'm going to fucking get anything from it. So if I'm ever gone for a week at a time, because that's the next step, if I defy something that I wasn't even talking about in a video, I'll be gone for a week, won't be allowed to post, won't be allowed to do anything with it. Or I could just be like Eric Hunley of the Unstructured podcast and just have my channel completely fucking destroyed and not be able to log into it. But the thing is, I don't have any real power players that I can complain to in order to get my channel back, so I'll just be gone with no fucking notice. I'm just trying to build something up organically, and like I said in the beginning, there might be some crossovers between Rumble and YouTube, but it's just about 500 people who like what I'm talking about, and I put out content every single day. Try to make it funny. I try to make it palatable, try to make it understanding for people. Bring you guys new stories that you probably aren't going to hear from your mainstream outlets, or give you the other side of the story from their properly curated idea of what it is. But it's an uphill battle, and I'm not stopping. I'm not changing my style. I could give a fuck what kind of restraints I want to put on me. None of the videos that they took down really make sense. None of them's consistent. I would understand if they took everything from November all the way up till to Inauguration Day, and they got rid of all of it. Everything that was talking about the election. That would make sense. Okay, that would be consistent. What they're doing is they're just going in day by day, just picking out ones, going through other ones, taking some older ones, taking some newer ones, and I would have been fine with that. Okay, the type of coverage that's on this channel, older videos don't really go back and get discovered. I'm fine with that. I put out stuff every day, and being a news channel, it doesn't behoove me to keep a long library of older topics. It just shows that I've been very consistent. And since I started uploading at the end of August, I have not missed a single fucking day. I even lost internet for one day, and I still managed to upload 2 videos that day. I used a hotspot on my fucking phone, and I only have 5 gigabytes of data, for Christ's sakes, because Canada's stupid. I had the fucking coof about a month ago. I still cranked out 3 videos a day. I could go back and show you which ones they are, but nobody even noticed. And that's why I've been so critical about the overreaction to that. Oh, is that going to violate the medical misinformation? Go fuck yourself. That's my own story. So getting that warning or community guideline strike, that was just the last straw. And like I said, just be consistent with the application of your rules. And I know that that is not possible with YouTube, or at least addressing them as such, because there is nothing consistent about their properties. If I wanted to have a channel that already had several thousand subscribers, all I'd have to do is just switch over to talking about what, makeup and whatever the drama of the day is on YouTube, tee-hee-hee, and I'd immediately start getting pushed or identify as a fucking 6'6", 2¼ trans basketball player, and I'd be stunning and brave and get pushed to the front fucking screen. No, I rely on you guys to watch the content, to comment on it, and so that we grow this organically. Because I have ideas long into the future to make this into something a lot bigger than it is. A lot bigger than just me, because you can't tell, but it's just a guy with a keyboard, with a microphone, with a mouse, with a monitor. There's nothing special here. The only thing that I've been able to do so far is just upgrade my lighting situation. And I do that because I want to be around for a long time. I want to improve every aspect of this channel. And when you have forces actively fighting against you, you get discouraged, but you don't quit, because there are other alternatives. This is one of those situations where I'm going to be digging my heels in and trying to make this a success, because the best thing that I ever did was taking the chance of starting this channel, putting my views out there, and then having people respond to it, as well as you guys have, and proving myself right with that gamble. So yeah, if you guys want to watch me call out Bill Gates for wanting the developed world to switch over to synthetic beef, hop on over to Rumble. Everything's up there. The service is terrific. The app is pretty slick. The only thing, like I've said before, is answering comments are a bit of a bitch. But everything else is real swell, real sweet. I couldn't recommend it enough. I'm going to still keep over here on YouTube because I want to see it do better. Or at worst, I'll be able to give them a little up close and personal fuck you. Because I ain't letting up. I'm going to let you scare me away with your fucking community guidelines warnings whenever that fucking appeal gets answered. I doubt it'll go my way because I don't have the right think. But what I do have is a dedicated little community that appreciates the work that I do. And I appreciate you guys. I mean that sincerely. Like I said, I hate doing these types of videos. I think it's necessary. Hopefully it didn't come off as complaining. More importantly, whenever you're watching this, thank you for your support. Now enjoy the rest of your Saturday or your Sunday morning, whenever you happen to watch this. And as long as I'm allowed, we'll be talking about a whole bunch of other crazy shit tomorrow. I thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Swaylo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.